Paradise comes to Mylapore. This is a story written by me and published in the form of a book and also as an audio book. The book contains 19 chapters and I propose to present them in a series here. This episode is chapter 6 of this book, which briefly touches upon the basis of the fortnight of ancestors, known popularly as Mahalayam Paksha or Pitrupaksha.
Chapter 6, Mahalayam, the fortnight of ancestors. The fortnight of ancestors is a period of 15 days immediately prior to the beginning of Dasara. A number of people belonging to the Vedic religion would be observing austerities throughout India in honor of the departed members of their respective families. This corresponds to the dark fortnight of the Hindu calendar month of Bhadrapada. The period is called as Mahalayam, Pitrupaksha, and so on, depending upon the customs and traditions of the various kinds of people in different parts of the country. The period comes to an end on the new moon day known as Mahalaya Amavasya, and the 10 days Dasara festivities start thereafter. Swayambhu came to Viswam's house the next day to inquire about the arrangements to be done for the ceremony for the ancestors. Swayambhu asked, "Are these austerities are also based on the Puranas?" Vishwam replied, "Partly yes, but more importantly, it is based upon the philosophical aspect as expounded in the Vedas." Swayambhu asked, "What exactly is this philosophy?" Vishwam replied, "Well, it is on the aspect of what happens to a human being after death." Swayambhu asked, "A human being is no more after death, isn't it?" Viswam said, "Not exactly so. To be frank with you, it is something which I do not know much about. I know only a little bit." Swayambhu said, "Tell me whatever you know." And Vishwam replied, "Well, we are not simply this body. What we know and see is our gross body. But we are able to live and perform actions due to some vital force. Where is this vital force? The scriptures say that it is because of the soul which is within each of us." Swayambhu said, "Most of us talk about the soul, but we don't know what it is." Viswam said, "Yes, of course. This soul is stated to be covered by 5 sheaths. The outermost sheath is our physical body. This sheath is gross. The remaining sheaths are all subtle. After the death of a human being, the gross body dissolves into the gross elements of the earth, which are basically the earth, fire, water, and air. The scriptures say that the subtle body still remains even after death and goes to the subtle or ethereal realm along with the soul." Swayambhu said, "Oh, I see." Vishwam continued, "So, though I say that my father is no more, it is not true according to the Sanatana Dharma. He still is. He is in a subtle form in a different world." Swayambhu asked, "In other words, our ancestors are living in a subtle form in another realm of this universe. Viswam said, yes, exactly so. That is what the scriptures say. The scriptures further say that when the sun enters the zodiac sign of Virgo, these ancestors who are in their subtle form would leave this subtle and ethereal realm and come and reside in their descendants' homes on earth for a fortnight. Swayambhu then asked, when they come, how can we know that they have come? Viswam replied, no, we can't. Since the elements like earth and water is absent from their body, the subtle body of the ancestors is not materially tangible. Those who have faith in the scriptures like you and me believe that the ancestors would come invisible to our houses. The scriptures advise us to offer oblations to them and have prescribed certain procedures. That is what we follow and do. Swayambhu said, this reminds me of an article which I read a few days before. It says that the NASA's transiting exoplanet survey satellite named TESS has discovered 3 new exoplanets. These are the planets outside our solar system. It says that these planets orbit a star just 73 light years away. Out of these 3 planets, one is small and rocky. They call it a super Earth. The remaining 2 are small and about half the size of Neptune. They call it sub-Neptunes. Viswam said, oh, I see. Swayambhu then asked, will the realm of our forefathers be somewhere there? Both of them laughed heartily. Maybe, said Vishnu. This planetary system has been dubbed as a 270th test object of interest, abbreviated as TOI-270, said Swayambhu. Viswam said, oh, I see. Swayambhu continued, not only that, the test satellite is stated to have found 27 exoplanets and is expected to find thousands of them. They say that there is a good possibility that the system includes other planets farther out that could be within a habitable zone. Viswam said, hopefully they may find one where our ancestors lived.
The links for the book and the audiobook are given in the description part of this presentation.